Oh boy, am I about to get in some deep shit here. So I've been shit talking in Rob Noer's chat since about 17 minutes after it started. This is where it gets good.
Oh, look at this. Please explain the hypocrisy.
That's me. I asked Rob to explain the hypocrisy. Let's back up so he can
See
say what he's talking about.
this dude that's running for fucking Senate as a Democrat that they're all supporting? And he'll be like, wait, what? Is that the fucking Nazi skull and bones? Yeah, that is.
So, Nazi symbol on this guy's chest that's been in Congress for 20 years? Question mark?
He wore that shit for 20 years. They're voting for him.
20 years. They're
No
voting
shit.
for him.
What a bunch
No
of
shit.
hypocrites. The American people get
Hypocrites.
that. And that's why this story should be pushed until we're blue in the fucking face. So make no mistake.
This is what pisses off Rob, apparently.
Oh, look at this. Please explain the hypocrisy.
No underhanded shit right here. This is a straightforward question. By me. Can he explain?
Oh, I get it. Is this the big brain?
And immediately he pivots to fallacies. Oh, you're just pretending to be smart, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't contend with it at all.
Man, it's not hypocrisy because Democrats only believe in power, and so it's not hypocritical for them to just act as power. You see, Rob, I'm smarter than you and everyone else.
Where in that statement that he brought up, please explain the hypocrisy, did it say that I was smarter than Rob? Oh, it didn't.
When they say, hey, we're against that guy doing that one thing because we think it's a Nazi symbol, but we support this guy over here with Nazi symbols. You think that's hypocrisy?
Ironically, yes. You think the Democrats can look at a guy for 20 years with a Nazi symbol on his chest and go, that's not Nazi symbolism, this isn't hypocritical, and then they see who? The Secretary of War. And what do? Oh my god! They clutch their pearls. They do everything they can. So no, hypocrisy is not their concern. Hypocrisy doesn't exist to these people.
You political novices, you don't get it like me. You see,
Never pretend to be smarter than Rob Noer. I think I definitely will state right now Rob Noer is smarter than me. I just think he's wasting his time doing the same circus that Andrew's doing. They just go around and around and around and they don't get anything done. And I would love if they got stuff done. That's why I argued with him for 2 hours.
all the Democrats care about is power, and thus
What do the Democrats care about if not power?
anything they do is just an attempt to gain that power, and therefore.
Where in this am I actually wrong? Like, all he's doing is acting. This is an ad absurdum argument. He's like, oh, it's so absurd that the Democrats would want nothing but power. Oh, my goodness.
There is never hypocrisy.
Never claimed there was never hypocrisy. I just claim that the leftists don't believe in hypocrisy.
Wow, hey man, you got it. Hey, political shake fest. Man, dude, you're blowing me away with your hot fucking takes here. You're right, man. Hey,
I really don't know why he's so fucking pissed at me from the get-go. Like, I don't know what I did. I love this guy, and I guess I'm in trouble.
everyone, I pull that back, everyone. Hey, don't talk about this story. It's not hypocrisy. Yep, just say, perfectly fair for Democrats to do this. They're only in.
I didn't say it was fair. He put so many words in so many mouths. it's disappointing.
President in power. Don't point out the double standard they have on it.
I never said don't point out the double standard. I said that they have a double standard, and you pointing it out won't do anything. I am trying to present a alternative method to solving this problem, which is the left wing of America.
Don't tell.
And you don't care about that, and that's, I guess that's your vindication.
Your neighbors, don't tell people the obvious bullshit. Please don't. You know, it would just be nonsensical to use that in a political sense, because clearly it's not hypocrisy or double standard.
Yes, it is nonsensical to use in a political sense, not because it's hypocrisy or any other fallacy meaning. It's because they simply don't believe in it. Leftists don't believe in hypocrisy. They don't believe in logic. They believe that a human being with a toe inside of their mother's vaginal canal is not a person. You're not going to get anywhere with logical arguments with these people.
Because I'm confused. How could it be hypocrisy? Democrats, they have no morals. They have no morals. For them, it's just all about power.
Name one moral a Democrat has.
And so therefore hypocrisy is inevitable. Oh, Rob, perhaps if you'd like, I could educate you on these huge, big-brain political takes.
Again, this is all based off a chat so far. This isn't even, like, I haven't talked to this guy.
That I have. Yeah, hey, great political Shank-face dude. Start a channel. I'm sure you're fucking killing it, man. I'm sure you kill it. Awesome takes.
I don't get why he raged so hard on this. Like, I seriously tried to good faith engage him. Like, you can look right here. Ask Andrew, his best friend. I was appealing to everything that was not me. I said the Dems have no morals. I never said I had no morals. I never said he had no morals. I don't know.
Man, woo! Good shit. Ask Andrew. Hypocrisy requires a moral standard.
Does it not? And yes, I was egging him on. I wanted more.
Thank God that some of these terminally online people like this.
That's the part that made me laugh, because calling me terminally online, this is the first time I've been on my computer in like 3 months. Literally, this computer has sat dead for 3 months.
Aren't the people that really matter in the... Can you imagine? Can you imagine this fucking dude? If I had like the local like fucking people around here, if I had a barbecue and was trying to convince them to vote for Republicans, and I brought that fucking guy around, like they'd be like...
And that fucking guy said, why the fuck are you trying to convince these like hardline MAGA Republicans? You should focus on convincing the Democrats to not vote Democrat. Oh my god, what a ridiculous thing to ask for.
What the fuck is it? Never mind, dude, we're out.
Yep, they're out. They can't deal with opinions that aren't their own. Seriously, Rob, I'm sadly disappointed. I have so much respect for you, and I know you don't care about that, and I know blah, 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 blah. But it is what it is. I am sad.
Can I ask you to take me in good faith and good sense? Nah, man, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about you, all right? Let me...
I don't know what else to say after that. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't want to take me in good faith. I tried. I've tried consistently.
Be honest. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't fucking appreciate the people that try to make things more complicated by sounding...
He doesn't care about people that try to make things more complicated by thinking that things are more complicated.
smarter than they actually are. I can have a conversation with...
never claimed I was smart. You see me post that on the chat like 6 times.
Andrew, right? Who's way more of a philosophical debater that understands rights and shit. And he might be saying, if we get down to a fundamental root, there's no such thing as hypocrisy because they have no objective standoff for.
So now he's trying to speedrun Andrew's stuff, even though it has nothing to do. Well, it does have something to do with what I said because I quoted Andrew's views, which Rob broadly agrees to because Rob and Andrew are kind of like friends and stuff, and you know, they kind of agree.
For truth, because they don't believe in Christianity, and therefore not believing in Christianity, there is no such thing as truth, so therefore everything's subjective. Then you can't be a hypocrite, because in order to be a hypocrite, there has to be a truth claim and there has to be a false claim. And if you don't
How dare I demand a truth claim from Rob Noer?
believe in Christianity, there isn't that, so therefore they can't be hypocrites. I understand.
Yes, the long and the short of it is that a Democrat cannot be considered a hypocrite by a Republican calling a Democrat a hypocrite. That's like you yelling at a tree that it's a chair. It doesn't become a chair magically because you yelled at it that it's a chair. That's the point I'm making. We never get into this because it's way more Rob than anything I can say, so.
And he can make that argument. Andrew would also say, why the fuck is this jack off when you're making a good point to try to win an election and put the fucking country back in the direction?
When you're trying to win an election and put the country back together, who should you appeal to most? The demographic base that you think will vote for you already? The demographic base that you think will vote for you by fiat because of the current policies that your representative is running? Or do you think the most important voter bloc is the one that will vote against you because Trump is Hitler? Trump is Mecha Hitler, Godzilla Hitler. You know, Hitler times 3,000. They've tried to kill him 3 times now. Like, what do you mean that there's no distinction between what I vote for and what the left votes for? It's literally, I murder your side, I vote for my side. So the best thing you can do is disenfranchise the opposing side. And by the opposing side, I mean left.
Direction that would be good for all of us. Why some jackoff acting smarter than you, trying to make this a big point, when it's clear that everyone that's listening right now understands the point you're
Never try to make that the big point.
making, but he has to try to make it all about him, like
Could have ignored me if it didn't matter.
he's somehow smarter. I don't get it. Why would he do that? Would you like me to call Andrew and ask him if that's what he thinks?
I don't remember what I said here. The good point would be acknowledging the reality where we have no inconsistencies to debate.
Acknowledge that they have no inconsistency to debate.
God forbid a man have a typo. I don't know why I set Rob off so much. I really didn't think I was being that out of line.
Don't you understand? Enemy and enemy, it's not, because Democrats only believe in power, and so therefore, when they call you a Nazi, that's them trying to get power. And when they defend their guy for having a Nazi tattoo, that's them trying to get power. Therefore, it's not hypocritical, because you have to understand, all they want is power. You see? Come on, enemy and enemy, get your shit together. Don't be saying untrue things. I'm confused how you could call it hypocrisy. Can I give you an actionable
That was rambling. I asked him to give me an actionable statement. I asked him to give me a statement that I could give an action to.
statement? I don't know what you mean by that. I've given you many actionable statements.
Yeah, that's a problem. He gave me many statements, all of which are actionable. I'm asking for a single statement.
Ugh. Why do I allow myself to fucking focus on people like this? Yeah.
Because you get rage baited, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm sorry. You're a fucking genius. Anyway.
Never claimed to be a genius.
Anyways, moving on to the fucking... So, I think it's important to point out this double standard and hypocrisy from the Democrats. I really do.
You can see over here, I type my response. You give me an absurdum response. He just claims I'm absurd.
And I think that the average person, who maybe he's not, the guy in the chat, clearly 240 IQ.
Never claimed that.
Other than that, for the rest of us, the vast bulk of the fucking...
I didn't claim to be a genius.
You know, voters of this country.
Actionable statement.
I think it's a very good argument for them to
Absurdum.
understand how they don't give a shit
Genius claim.
about these things they claim to say about. All they
give
want
a
is
shit.
power. That's it.
I give lots
Which,
of
by the
shits.
way, I said, but this fuckface in chat that's 250
Because I'm a fuckface.
IQ, that wasn't enough from him.
I really don't know why he took me so bad faithfully.
He had to pretend. I think what he wants is something like this. He wants... I know I should leave it go. He wants this guy to go, oh, yeah, man, good point, political shankfest. Yeah, man, good point. All they care about is power, so there's no objective truth to what they have. So, my bad. Even though I said they don't believe in this and all they really care about is power, I should have made it more clear that it can't be hypocrisy.
Yeah, you're just making claims. You're not staking anything.
Thanks, political shankface. Hey, man, you got a channel or something? Can we hang out someday? You want to, like, crash on my couch? Man, you're fucking...
Never claimed I was smart or had 250 IQ.
Man, this guy's crushing it.
I have
Crushing it, man. This guy,
frequently humbled
thankfully,
myself.
this guy
I've
came in and
never
saved the
tried
fucking
to
channel.
pretend I
Woo!
was more than I am.
That's it. I was really going downhill there. Nah, don't ban him. Why would
Because
we
I
ban
seriously
some
don't
guy with
think
these
more
hot
than myself
fucking
than I
political
think I
takes,
am.
man? Woo!
I think I'm very consistent.
Man, he's lighting it up.
Yeah, I got 3 videos, and they got like 30 views across them. Want to check that? Let's check that. "24 views, 14 views, 13 views, 3 videos." So I got 38, 40, 52. I have 52 views.
That is true. I'm giving you attention.
Seriously, when have I
Don't
ever
worry, man. You'll get there, man. You're
pretended I was-
crushing it with these fucking hot takes. Let me give you a piece of advice. When you agree 99% with what someone's saying,
Never said I agree 99% with you, and honestly, it hurts at this point how cruel you're trying to be. Like, you're really trying your hardest to single me out and destroy me. Which on, like, a physical level doesn't matter, but it kind of does suck on, like, I respect you as a person, and you behaving this way is unpleasant to me.
unless you have a point of differentiation that's like very important to the topic, you don't try to big man them by saying, I don't know what you're talking.
Oh no, I only think that you're focusing your entire political effort on the wrong thing. Oh no, I have such a small discrepancy with you. I agree 99%.
Talking about, man, can you clear it up for me? I'm just confused. I mean, we all know that it can't be hypocrisy. Am I right? We all
Never said it wasn't hypocrisy. I said the left doesn't believe in hypocrisy.
know that, right, guys? Like, you just come off sounding like an asshole.
Yeah, I am an asshole. That's kind of how I was born.
That's what it sounds like
And that's what it is.
to me.
Sorry, Robbie meant an asshole.
Yeah, the old appeal to Andrew fallacy. To me, it just is a waste of time. And I'm glad you did this, though. In all seriousness, this is a benefit.
It's a waste of time, and I bet your ass, like, the next 2 hours of this clip is gonna be him wasting his time with me.
What you did, because this shit happens all the time. When I judge debate,
all the time people come and disagree with him, and that's so astonishing to him. Rob, you are clearly a mastermind.
Right? Normally, in the style debate I did, there's one judge in the back of the room. But if you make it to the elimination rounds, you have 3 judges, or sometimes 5 in the back of the room. And then when you give your decision, they'll announce who won and what the number of judges were. Sort of like in boxing or MMA, they'll say it was a split decision or it was a unanimous decision. Here's the winner. If it's a 2-1, the person that was on the bottom of the decision, they give their decision first. And then the other 2 would give their decision. Or if it's a 3-0, you just take turns. And this is what happens all the time.
Had to rewind. I'm off tempo. I don't agree with the 99%. I agree with you probably 70%. I'm fine with being an asshole. I'm only concerned with ending the lip-tarded shit. So, me as a person had to rewind the video, catch what he's saying, type up my response, and send it. How dare I?
Let's say I give my decision first, and I'm like, actually, I thought it was a...
Because it's not in real time for me. I hear it, I have to type a response, I have to send it. It's like a minute delay at least.
A pretty...
I'm trying, like, I'm not being rude in here. Like, seriously, sorry. That's what I started with. Had to rewind a bit. Like, I apologize. I explain. I give a justification. And then I correct his argument. That's all I do. There's no
close debate, but
no
this argument was conceded, and for me, that's just... I think that the other team does a great job of acknowledging or of convincing me. That's the...
Apparently I have a Reddit account. I didn't know about that.
Most important issue. That next judge, like 90% of the time, has to one-up you. Well, you know...
As a country dealing with tyrannical judges, yes, judges should concern you.
I wouldn't say conceded.
I would never concede to a judge.
You know, they addressed it, blah, blah, blah. And then the third...
Blah, blah, blah. And then he skips over to the next thing.
Third judge has to one-up him. That's the shit you get a lot in politics, too.
That's the world we're living in. Deal with it or die.
A lot of one-uppers. And a lot of times it's just on some, like, irrelevant point. It's like, okay? Huh? Technically, although the point you're making that all Democrats care about is power. And
yes. And you're not going to debate them on points of hypocrisy or logic. They are power-driven individuals. Is that such a absurd thing to state? Like, this is their worldview. You can argue their worldview, or you can pretend that they share your worldview. If they share your worldview, you're right. If they don't share your worldview, it doesn't matter what the fuck you say. So you have to share their worldview.
They don't really believe in any of the shit they claim to clutch their pearls about, right? Yeah, that's good, but when you use the word hypocrisy, now...
Never specified the word hypocrisy was the problem. I specified that calling a Democrat a hypocrite is useless.
Understand! Hypocrisy has to come from an objective truth.
Nope. Never said that. I do agree, but I never said that in this context.
And they don't believe in an objective truth.
This is true. They don't believe in objective truth.
They only believe in power, so therefore it's impossible.
I'm stopping him a lot in the middle of what he's saying because he never gave me a chance to stop him at any point during this debate. And I tried several times.
To use the term hypocrisy here. So, yeah, I just said all they care about is Orange Man bad and power, and they don't...
Wow, you said so much, Rob.
But use the term hypocrisy.
Never said that was the point of contention.
Use that term. And technically, that's not what it is.
I said that that will get you nowhere with the left, which is correct.
Technically.
Calling a leftist a hypocrite will do what for you? Nothing. They're not going to go, oh my God, I'm hypocritical in my views. I'm going to stop opposing abortion bans. And I'm going to be a pro-abolitionist person from now on. That doesn't happen. You can't convince a left-wing libtard that abortion's wrong. You just can't. And I'm going to take a potty break. So he's at $89.99. I'm at $25.50. We'll see if I remember that. $25.50.
Scott Adams called this, like, talking past the cell.
Yes, that's exactly what Rob did to me.
Imagine some dude's going to vote and he's like, I'm just tired of the Democrat hypocrisy. You know how they claim to be against Nazis and shit, and then they're supporting Hamas, they're supporting dudes with Nazi tattoos, and this guy's like, excuse me. I noticed you used the word hypocrisy. Well, can I ask what your religion is?
Didn't ask his religion. All I said is, what do you hope to gain by calling them a hypocrite? And he says himself multiple times in this same string that calling someone a hypocrite will not get them on your side.
Where do you get your truth claims from, sir?
Never asked for truth cams.
Huh? How do you know what objective truth is? You see, the
Never asked for objective truth.
Democrats, they don't have a source for objective truth because they're not Christian.
Yes.
So therefore, without a sense of objective truth, you can't actually have a belief, which means you can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, that's my point. How do you argue with someone that can't be a hypocrite by definition of liberalism?
And they're going to be like...
And he just... I don't know if he's mad at me, or if he just can't physically answer the question, or if he's just mad at the question. I don't know. But I'm seriously disappointed that he just dodges this entirely. Because he knows what I'm asking. I am asking, Democrats don't believe in hypocrisy. How do you reason with them? You can't call them a hypocrite. So how do you reason with them?
Who the fuck are you? What?
And it's just...
You know what? Maybe I will
It's just hand-waving.
vote Democrat. Because smug fuckfaces like you.
Sad. He's hunting for more things that I've said. There's this stuff here. I'm getting called out all over the place. Apparently my previous chats are shit. So this means
I'm only
this will
concerned with
probably
ending
be
the
shit.
libtarded shit. That's why I'm going to nitpick you using one word when everything you just explained.
Yeah. if my concern is ending libtardism, I'm gonna nitpick anything that doesn't end libtardism. Is that so unbelievable?
I agree with. But hey, that's what I'm gonna do. By the way, you had a big show tonight lined up, talking about trying to help the libtarded shit. But now because you're a fucking idiot, by the way, I am an idiot. You're focusing on me and this little nitpick difference I had because I had to be Mr. One-upsmanship.
Never tried to do that either. He kept pulling me up. I kept answering. Tit for tat.
You know, this is one of the reasons when I've been doing a lot of the no prep debates, and there's like these very esoteric philosophical conversations. There's a time and a place for it. There is. But so many people want to like reduce everything to that on everything.
Doesn't have to be on everything. It has to be on one thing. That's how points work. Points have to be valid once.
And what it does is it's just this like ad reducto, and it leads to pragmatic.
Ad reducto. So it's, you see, he just continually takes me in bad faith. Like he just skips 6 steps down the line when I had honest questions.
Action being impossible. Yeah, man, everybody knows what I mean when I said hypocrisy. Everybody knows.
I obviously didn't. Liberals obviously didn't. I don't know. If it was so obvious, I don't know how you'd be in a 20-some minute long debate at this point.
Everybody gets it, especially when I'm clarifying they don't even really believe in anything but power.
You never actually clarified that. You just went on a tangent about how you should just, like, concede things.
That's all they care about.
You never went about what you believe.
They pretend to believe about this shit. Everybody knows. Everybody gets it. But there has to be the assholes like, well, let's look at all the truth claims and let's define every term specifically.
Should we not evaluate our enemies? We should ignore them? Pretend they don't exist? Pretend they're simpletons? I don't know what he's doing here.
And blah, blah, blah. Yes, when I say Minneapolis. Everybody knows what I mean by that as well. Oh, one-upsmanship's technically only in baseball, right? Oh, Jake Rattlesnake! Thanks, Jake. Just in time to hear me yell at a fucking member of
I forgot Jake was here.
my audience.
I'll probably be on Jake's show, like, tomorrow morning.
I don't get it. I don't understand the impetus. Hey, there's a dude I almost entirely agree with on this topic. But
Said earlier, don't almost entirely agree with you.
I'm gonna technically.
Technically, I'm going to point out your faults so that you can improve. God forbid.
If we get down to truth claims and blah blah, it's just like. I think what happens, if I could be totally honest with you, I'm just gonna be straight up.
Mega sad face.
I'm gonna be straight.
Because he's not going to be straight up. He's going to be condescending. And that's what hurts.
Straight up. There's a lot of people that watch me, that watch someone like Jay Dyer or Andrew Wilson. Clearly, this guy's an Andrew Wilson fan. Good. You should watch Andrew. Andrew's great. If Andrew was here right now and he said that, I would say the same thing to him. I'd be like, all right, whatever, fucking dude. You know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
Right? You know. You fucking know what I'm talking
No, I don't.
about. But what happens is, no, Jake's more in my camp. Jake is, I think Jake's, if I had to guess, Jake's more of a pragmatist.
Is he saying Jake as in Jake Rattlesnake or Jank as in Jank Ewer? I'm pretty sure it's Rattlesnake because that's who came in.
Than a philosopher. Now, the truth is there's no right answer. There's room for philosophy. There's room for pragmatism. All of that's true.
None of see, he's deflecting from the question of leftism, how to solve it.
True. But honestly, what I think I see a lot, and I could be wrong, and look, you do you. But I think a lot of people aren't as talented as Andrew or Jay Dyer, and they try to emulate that stuff.
Never said I was nearly as talented as either of those people. Never made a claim. Never even pretended. You can read my chats. Oh, that's probably that I am poor and have a shit setup then. Like, I don't pretend to be 200 IQ or anything like that. Never tried it. Because I know that this is the response. It's like, oh my god, you pretend to be so smart. And it's like, I have no counter to that. I can't submit to you my IQ test. So I'm not going to try to. And it's just, it's bad faith for him to even act in this manner. To bring it up in the first place. Because I was debating him on points and he brings up IQ. Like it's a qualifier. Which hurts.
That's what I think happens. And then it comes across as like, it just comes across as annoying.
Sure, he may find me as annoying. That doesn't invalidate anything. Anyone that disagrees with anyone is annoying. That literally, like, what have I done that's like bad? I wasn't rude. I wasn't mean. I wasn't underhanded at any point in this discussion. Like, I just fucking said it. That's probably that I am poor and have a shitty setup. You can't get more straightforward than that. I never claimed to be talented. I can't get more straightforward than that. This is me humbling myself in pursuit of this debate. Actively humbling myself.
I just want you to think about this for a moment, Political Shankfest. I will be speaking at Republican events in Pennsylvania.
I don't care. The Republicans you speak to at these events are gonna vote Republican. People that show up to rallies are already decided voters. I don't care about them. I care about the undecided voters. I care about the voters that you can pull out of a Democrat rally. We'll get to that, but it doesn't matter.
Pennsylvania here coming up in the next month or two. And one of the issues I'm going to push is Graham Plattner in Maine. And I'm going to say the Democrats yelled and screamed about Greg Bombino's coat and about supposedly the RNC stage looking like a Third Reich rune. And they yelled about Elon Musk holding his hand out like that was a Roman salute. And now they're literally supporting a man who had a Nazi totem comp on his chest.
They say that the same group of people that literally support Britannistan arresting people for lolly content as VTubers while allowing Pakistani child GRAPE gangs. And I will expand no further. Like the mere fact that something exists implies nothing. And Rob knows this. This is low bar.
That's for 20 years.
This is he thinks he can dismiss me.
And it just shows they never gave a shit about this. They're fucking hypocrites. They pretend to care about this.
Yes, they are hypocrites. And what does that do for you? Nothing. That's my point. It's not about the labels. It's about the effectiveness.
But they don't care about it. They know the average person does care about it. All they do is lie and clutch their pearls.
Yeah. That's the problem. That's my problem. Specifically. You'd hear about it if I got 10 seconds to speak, but I don't.
And I want you to tell me honestly, do you think it would be these are going to be 65-year-old ladies serving mashed potatoes there. They're going to have a gun range up. You see a bunch of good old boys shooting guns, a bunch of people that are going back to their church group and all that stuff. Do you think it would benefit me to be like, actually, wait, let's scratch that. Let's start from the beginning. You see, technically,
See how he goes on this tangent?
it's not hypocrisy. Because
It's not hypocrisy. To what? Nothing he said is collinear in its argument. It's jumping from point to point.
Here's the
which makes me sad.
thing.
I love Rob.
First, we have to start with the nature of truth claims. Excuse me.
Never asked him to start with truth claims. I just simply acknowledged the simple fact that Democrats don't acknowledge truth claims. You can't argue a truth claim with someone that doesn't acknowledge truth claims. Duh. This is what Andrew does day in and day out. That's the point of all of his debates, is like, all he has to do is prove that you have no truth claims, that everything is subjective, and then he just beats you into the dirt on it. It's like, duh. Leftists have no world value based in truth. So you can't argue with a liberal based on truth. Duh. Seriously sad here.
Ma'am, could you put down that mashed potato spoon? Excuse me. We're going to talk about philosophy here for a minute. You see,
God forbid you get a fucking libtard to talk about philosophy. I wish you could.
you have to start with the truth claim. And technically, these Democrats...
No, you as a right-winger have to start with a truth claim. My point is that a left-winger does not. You never addressed this once.
don't believe in truth claims. They don't believe
Yes, they don't believe in
capital
truth
T
claims.
truth. They believe in lower T truth. And the reason is they're actually not Christians. The only
Yeah. You can't be Christian and believe objective reality doesn't exist. That is incompatible. Done.
way you could have objective truth is to actually believe in Christianity. And Democrats, that's not part.
I feel like Rob's arguing with Andrew at this point. I don't know what to tell him. I've sent a couple of group chat messages and that's it. Like, he is seriously arguing with himself here. I asked him, I made a statement to clarify. What do you think this will do? How many do you think you will convince with this? My point is that you are not arguing a losing position. My point is you are arguing a losing position because they do not accept the world.
Part of their belief system, these communists, etc.
Which is obvious.
They believe in a subjective reality. Because of that, there is no objective beliefs they have. So therefore, technically, you can't be a hypocrite. Because you...
No, it's not about technicalities, it's about literalities. Literally, we are trying to get these people on our side. And we literally cannot use objective truth claims to do that because they don't believe in objective truth.
You can only be a hypocrite when you're starting from a foundation
Sad.
of objective truth. If you start from a foundation of subjective truth, the very nature of it makes hypocrisy impossible. Because you don't actually have a truth claim that you could pretend to care about to violate. Because all of your truth claims are subjective.
Jesus Christ, he hasn't even brought me online yet. I talked to him for like an hour at least. I would say this would be 2 videos, but as my channel has shown, it will only be 1 video and I'll never make the second. And given that this is Rob Noer, everyone's going to say that I am fucking bitching out on the second half because he owns me or something, so I don't fucking know. What do you want me to do?
Do you really think they're going to go, oh, we were confused about the story of Democrats claiming to hate Elon because...
He's the one confused about the story of Democrats hating Elon. That's the problem. I tried to explain it so hard.
He's a Nazi because
I promise.
he raised his hand, but
I'm definitely drunk when I did it, but I really tried.
then supporting the guy at the totem conf tattoo, we didn't know what to make of that because secretly we were all sitting here going, well, the nature of truth claims would make the concept of hypocrisy inevitable. Okay.
How many leftists do you think you will convince with that strategy? My point is that they don't see themselves as hypocrites. Is that inconsistent? Do liberals see themselves as hypocrites? Obviously not. People hate cognitive dissonance. Ergo, their worldview is consistent to them. Exposing that worldview as inconsistent does nothing for them. It only reinforces their worldview.
Okay, maybe this will clarify, but you seriously think that'll do? Yes, I think that why do you think Trump won? Because people were tired of Democrats' bullshit. How many do you think you will convince with that strategy? Many. Many of them were convinced with the very things that Democrats were doing were actually bad when they were claiming to do the opposite. For example, they were convinced on the economy and how bad it was.
See, in this entire message, I made one point. My point is that they don't see themselves as hypocrites. And he makes 6 points. And I can never get behind the 8 ball on that.
Under Joe Biden. They were convinced under the fascistic policies and authoritarian policies we saw with the restrictions under COVID that they claimed that Trump was. I think that that is more simple for a person to understand than your philosophical concepts of the nature of objective truth and what the term hypocrisy.
No, I think it's more understandable for Rob Noer to understand my concept of objective truth and shoehorn that into a liberalist belief system to shoehorn liberalist into the right-wing system than it is for me to believe that a left-winger can be reasoned with.
He really means. I understand your point is they don't see themselves as hypocrites. Understand. That was my point as well. Nowhere in anything I suggested did I say these people think they're hypocrites. They don't think they're hypocrites. Right, that's true. But they are hypocrites.
Whether or not they're hypocrites is immaterial.
Now, who's going to be convinced of your strategy?
I'd argue Rob Noer because he argued with me for like 3 hours on this.
That's true. Could Trump justify first axiom principles? Checkmate. My bad. You're right. I'm not telling the hypocrite they're a hypocrite. What are you okay, fine. If that's it, if you're like, Rob, you telling the hypocrite they're a hypocrite won't do anything. It's not them I'm concerned with. They ain't gonna change their minds.
See how I said 6 words and he extrapolated like a minute and a half?
What are you gonna tell them? Go ahead. Rob, you telling Josiah, for example, or Chuck Schumer, excuse me, Chuck, you're being a hypocrite. That won't do anything.
Here's him strawmanning me. He's saying I'm accusing that we should expose Chuck Schumer.
And your solution is, instead you should tell them about axiomatic truth claims. Objective truth, the nature of hypocrisy, how they truly can't be hypocrite. Yeah, I'm sure that'll blow their doors off, man. All of a sudden they'll be like, oh, no shit. Yeah, never mind, I'm a Republican now.
Literally, he's making my point for me. He's just being pissed off about it.
Voters, you stupid fucker.
The same fucking people that voted for the same fucking politicians for the last same fucking 20 years. My solution is not anything about objective truth.
Unbelievable.
Yes, I agree.
I just said dudes like my neighbor.
No, he didn't.
No, you stupid fucker! No!
The same people you just said can't be convinced because they voted for Chuck Schumer.
No! Not everyone who will vote will be the people who said Elon Musk is a Nazi!
That's a minority of people.
Democratic
That's my
politicians, media people, Democratic pundits were making that argument. The majority of people weren't. They may be convinced, oh, fuck, I don't want to vote for a party of Nazis. You say, listen, they're full of shit. Elon isn't a Nazi. It's actually the Democrats that are nominating a guy with the Nazi tattoo. And you're like...
I really don't know how I rage baited Rob up so much. I really was not trying. Seriously, I was not trying.
Don't tell them that. Who are those magical people? One. And second, it would be better to talk to them about truth claims. And
the same people you just said can't be convinced you should talk to about truth claims. That's his takeaway.
People, one. And
He's
second, it would be better to talk to them about
faith.
truth claims. And the idea of
No good faith.
hypocrisy being impossible. All right, political Shank best. Thanks. All right, political.
How is this an unreasonable position? He just skips over it. The same people that won't vote left wing are the people votes force right wing by the Tesla bombings. So crazy.
Shank best. Thanks for your time. Go fuck yourself.
I really don't know why I pissed Rob off so much. I really tried.
I'm not banning you or anything. I just choose to not.
He engages me like 3 more times.
Why?
At least.
Okay. Can you explain to me why the Democrats aren't hypocrites? Go ahead. It's not about truth
Never
claims.
said they
He's
aren't
not going to mention
hypocrites.
truth claims. Here we go. He's
Never
not
said
going to
that.
tell you the nature
Never said they're not hypocrites.
of truth.
I said calling them hypocrites will get you nowhere.
And he's not going to say that. He didn't make any claim about truth claims. Here we go. He's going to explain to us. By the way, if you're joining from Jake's channel, here's what happened.
And you can see right here, never said to talk about truth claims.
We talked about how Democrats say, oh, Elon Musk raising his hand means he's a Nazi. You can't vote for a party of Nazis. Now they're supporting Graham Plattner almost in unison. All the politicians, media people, pundits, who had a totem conf tattoo, Nazi tattoo for 20 years. This guy's like, but don't...
So, Rob Noer thinks that someone that had a Nazi tattoo for 20 years will somehow be expelled from the Democrat Party all of a sudden after having said Nazi tattoo for 20 years. This is the core of my complaint. Literally, right here. This is the point. He's had the tattoo for 20 years. It's a Nazi tattoo. 20 years. No one disputes it being a Nazi tattoo. 20 years. They're mad now? Question mark? I don't know. Like, what the fuck are you looking for here? It's been 20 fucking years. Like, what do you want from me? Obviously, the Democrats don't fucking care because they put up with it for 20 fucking years. And I don't know how you argue outside of that. Like, he had a Nazi tattoo. He's had it for 20 years. He's been in office for 20 years. He's had a Nazi tattoo in office for 20 fucking years. No one's brought up the fact that he has a Nazi tattoo in office for 20 fucking years. Obviously, they don't fucking care. What other conclusion can you draw? Oh, he was a Me Too guy. He wanted to remove his Nazi tattoo, but he couldn't because so many other people had Nazi tattoos. What's your argument?
Don't call it hypocrisy. That's the...
No, hypocrisy would be saying some retarded shit like complaining about someone having a tattoo after being in office for 20 years and then being mad they've been in office for 20 years. That's just retarded.
The important thing, Rob. Now he's going to explain to us why it wasn't hypocrisy. I thought his previous explanation was, talk to Andrew. He'll tell you it can't be hypocrisy.
You still could. You could ask Andrew. Andrew would explain it. He's a top tier debater as far as I'm told. He's the best. He's the greatest. He's a top tier debater. That's my Trump impression.
Because the nature of truth claim.
See how pissed off I am that he never contended with what I fucking said, which is so disappointing.
Here we go. Give him a minute, he'll post it in chunks.
God forbid a man take a minute.
As he does that, I guess I'll have no choice but to go back because he'll probably try to bullshit us. Remember, he didn't talk about truth or anything like that. These fucking idiots.
I'm an idiot for typing the entire thing up before posting.
And what's really happening is it's a dude that wants to sound smarter than he actually is.
Never claimed to be smart.
And wants attention. So he's getting the
I do want attention. I won't argue that.
attention.
This part I'm actually really interested in because I seriously fucked off for like 5 minutes trying to figure out the software stuff.
Here's the comments he's made, starting on the right back here. Please explain the hypocrisy. Seriously, I'm confused. The Dems only believe in power, which is exactly what I said.
So why are you pissed at me?
Said I never said that. I said the Dems have no power. Or have no morals. Thanks. Ask.
So he strawmanned me right there and then corrected himself. He said I claimed that they had no values and then retconned that to morals.
Andrew, hypocrisy requires a moral standard.
Hypocrisy does require a moral standard. Am I wrong?
Where does morality come from? The truth. Objective truth, right? That's where morality comes from. You said it's not about truth claims here.
Yeah, because you can't argue truth claims with someone that doesn't agree with an objective truth. Duh. You can't argue truth claims with subjective truthers.
The Dems don't have inconsistency to debate. When they say, you did this, that makes you a Nazi, which means we should reject you, but we wear Nazi tattoos and you should support us instead of rejecting, that's not inconsistency. Because inconsistency only matters if they're violating their moral principles.
Yes.
Their moral principle comes from where they believe truth comes from.
Yeah.
And if their truth is just power because they have no moral standards,
duh,
then there is no inconsistency.
I'm very confused.
The normies understand that as an inconsistency. A normie that says, hey man, we should vote for Republicans because Democrats are full of shit. They claim to dislike people that are Nazis, but they vote for a dude that has a tattoo on his chest that shows he was one. And this guy'd go, excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me, sir. I heard you say you would not vote for Democrats because they're inconsistent.
See how he's just mean about it? Like, seriously. Where was I bad faith with him at any point? This makes me sad.
Allow me to tell you they're actually incorrect. There is no inconsistency there. You see, in order for a person to be inconsistent,
God forbid someone explains something.
they have to have the moral
I don't wear glasses.
standard. And the truth is, Democrats have no moral standard. So, therefore, all they believe is in power because.
Alright, I'm over an hour at this point. I'm going to end it here, and you guys can hop over to Rob Noer, Normal America with Rob Noer, and you can watch the rest of this live stream. I ended at an hour and 8 minutes, and you guys are free to join at that point and watch him probably fuck my ass over with his debate skills, because when he actually debates, he's pretty good, but he's not debating up to this point, and it's been an hour. Bye-bye.